Let us start our science class. Okay, in previous class we have discussed about the new chapter, that is the structure of the atom. In that we come to know that atom has a unique structure for that one. So before that, some scientists are contributing their own structure. Some are saying theoretically upon that, some are in practically they are proving and they are working behind that, and they are saying structure, they are giving the design or else the structure of an atom. In first class we discussed about the Dalton's theory. In that we come to know that what Dalton is saying, just theoretically he is saying that atom is indivisible. So further we can divide atom into small pieces. So later we come to know that there are subatomic particles are present in the atom. So what he is saying, that is completely wrong, because subatomic particles are present in the or inside the atom or in the atom. So we can that concept went wrong because atom is divisible. Next, what happened? Later one more scientist come forward and he is giving his own idea, that is Thomson model of an atom. He is also giving the theoretical aspect to the atomic structure, and he is saying atom is like resembles to the, or else the structure is very much similar to the structure of plum pudding or else Christmas pudding, or else it is very much similar to the watermelon structure. And we come to know that in his structure what he is saying is positive, atom is having the positive charged sphere. That is, he is saying that is the protons, and the electrons are embodied in that positive charges like a seeds of watermelon. Later what happened? In some failure or else some drawback for that model already we have discussed, because what happened? Because of some drawbacks in the J.J. Thomson's model, one more scientist named Ernest Rutherford, he come forward and he is giving his own idea, and he is showing us experimentally how the structure of atom, and actually he wanted to know the arrangement of electrons. Actually it is a failure, the structure arrangement of electron definitely the arrangement of electrons who Thomson failed to explain that one. So Ernest Haeckel, he wanted to study about that, this arrangement of electrons. So he is giving one more idea, and he is doing one experiment, that is the alpha particle scattering experiment, what we have studied in last class. And we come to know that in his experimental setup, what is he taking the materials, that is a gun of alpha particles. It is continuously emitting the alpha rays. Upon that gold foil, thin gold foil, and he is giving his and he is setuping and in dark region, and he is observing what are the different observation, and he is concluding that, what is his conclusion? In last class we have discussed. Yes, so we come to know that finally he is saying that at the center of atom something is there, that is a positive charges, that is a full mass is occupied over there, that is a nucleus. So he became he got one more credit, that is the discovery of nucleus. Next, one more thing what he is saying is the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. But what happened? According to him, the electrons are continuously revolving, and finally it reaches to the, it is falling or else it is reaches to the nucleus. So he could not then tell me what will be the condition of that one, nucleus and electrons are in the same position. So the stability of an atom, it is very difficult to explain in the Rutherford model. So what happened? He failed in that case, the stability of an atom. He could not explain the stability of an atom in his model. But what happened? One more drawback, that is the arrangement of electrons, the exact position of electrons, where it is revolving in exact position, he could not explain in his model. Actually his model is a very universally accepted model. Upon that all are believing his model because he shown to us the theoretically, upon that experimentally proven what he is saying in his experiment. But what happened? These are the some drawbacks. So even though his model is very important, we are there is some drawbacks, so we are not completely believing, blindly we are not believing his model, but what he is saying, the nucleus, all those things are correct. Later what happened? Because of his failure of the arrangement of electrons, upon that one more point, the stability of an electron, sorry, stability of an atom, so that is a failure. So what happened? One more scientist come forward. What I said, Rutherford's model is rejected even though it is an important model, because there were some drawbacks in that one. So one more scientist named Bohr, okay, Bohr's model of an atom, okay, that is Bohr's model of an atom. After the Rutherford model, the scientist named Bohr, that is Niels Bohr, his full name is Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr, so that we are saying the Bohr model of an atom. Okay, what he is, we will see what is his model, and this is a universally accepted model. Everyone is believing his model till now. Okay, even we are believing, and we are giving the structure to an atom according to his model only. Okay, before that we will see what is his postulates, what he is saying in his model. Okay, first we have to see the postulates of Bohr's model of an atom. See here what Rutherford said. Rutherford said that electrons are revolving around the nucleus, but he did not explain any definitely it is going like this only. What he said, it is revolving around the nucleus, there is a creation of acceleration, all those things we have studied in last class. What happened? Finally it may reaches to the nucleus. So what will happen? It may collapse. Both positive or negative charge, we know that what will happen? There is no definite structure for this atom. We can't predict where the electron is. So what he is saying, Bohr is saying, electrons revolve around the nucleus in special orbits known as discrete orbit or else energy level. Write down, student, this is very important postulates of his model, that is the discrete orbit or else energy level. Write down that point, discrete orbit, okay, discrete orbit or else energy levels. Okay, now tell me, student, what is this discrete orbit means? Is electrons revolves around the nucleus in special orbit. Means, see here I will draw and show, student. According to Rutherford's model, this is a nucleus. Here electrons are there. It is revolving like this. Next it may come here like this, like this, like this. Finally it reaches to the nucleus. So what will happen? So it is a failure of his model. But Bohr is saying that it is electrons are revolving in discrete orbit or else energy level. So it is a special orbit like this. This is a nucleus, these are the special orbits like this, energy levels. So these are the energy levels. So it is having continuously, it is moving in this, if it is electron is present over here, continuously it is moving in this orbit, it won't come to this or else it won't go to next level. So what happened? Electrons are moving like this. See? Electrons are moving like this. What he is saying, it is completely wrong while comparing this one. So what happened? Electrons are moving like this in definite path. it won't gain energy or else it won't lose energy. How much energy it has, it is maintaining that one, that is stationary energy. So that what happens, it is in that same energy it is going to maintain and it is revolves in that same path. Come to know? So it is not changing the energy levels or else the position. It may change the level, a position in circular path, it won't go up or down. Come to know? No? This is the main postulate of Born's model of an atom. Come to know? No? Next we will see second postulate. See, while revolving in any discrete orbit, electron don't radiate energy. Come to know? It won't radiate energy. While revolving in any discrete orbit, it won't radiate energy. So it is maintaining constant energy. So that is called as stationary orbit. Come to know? Stationary orbit. Write down this postulate, very, very important it is. We will see third postulate. See here, orbits. Orbits are designed as K, L, M, N, like that. He has given the alphabetical numbers, capital letter K. See, first one is K, second one L, like this. He have given the name to that one, K, L, M, N, like that. Come to know? Or else 1, 2, 3. If it is K, 1, if it is L, 2, 3. K, L, M, N, O, like that. Okay. So, nearest orbit which one? Nearest to the nucleus is K. After that, which will come? L, M, like that. Okay, now we'll see the energy of this orbit. The order of energy of this orbit is always K is having lower energy compared to the next level, that is L. Come to know? Then how it will be? K is having lesser compared to L. It is having lesser compared to M, lesser compared to N, so on it is. Come to know? What happens? Always, which is a near cell to the near orbit or else energy level to the which one? Nucleus is always having lesser energy compared to the higher. So the order of energy is lower for the K. It is if any atom is having two shells, K and L. Now L is higher energy level compared to the K, lower energy is K, like that. Okay. Next, one more point I will say you student, it is not there in your textbook. In competitive exams and all they will ask sometimes. See, upon that one more postulate he gave to us, that is radius of Born's orbits. He have given the orbit now. So what will be the radius of this orbit? Here he said that it is a discrete orbit or else energy level. Now tell me what will be the radius. See, to find out the radius, we have one equation. See, radius. N number, it is any shell, it is N is equal to number of shell. So it is having the standard equation. We have to apply the number of shell in that, so we will get the energy radius of an orbit, okay, according to him. Okay, that is 0.0529 0.0529 into n square divided by z. It is in the nanometer. The measurement in nanometer, we know that what is a nanometer. Come to know? The unit is a nanometer. So what happened? N, radius, N means which one? If it is a K means N is equal to 1. L means N is equal to 2. Like that, okay? 0.0529 N square divided by Z. Now tell me what is this Z? Z means what? We know that Z is, in our lower class we have studied Z is equal to atomic number of an atom. Okay, N is equal to number of shell or else energy level. It is K means 1, L means 2, like that. Next, one more his contribution is he given the energy of an electron in orbit. Okay, I will write here. We have equation to this one, the energy of electrons in orbit, in Bohr's orbit actually, that is energy En. En means what here once again? Yes, number of K, L, L, like that, number of orbits. So here the equation, this is also a standard equation, very very important equation. In your competitive exams and all, they will ask the problems based on this. Okay, now the energy of electrons in this is 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 10 to the power minus 18 Z square divided by N square. This is a standard equation. Here also Z is equal to what? A atomic number. N is equal to what? N means that is a number of orbitals, the 1, 2, 3 numbers, okay, in which orbital it is. So these are the postulates of Bohr's model. Come to know now, see, this is a well accepted, upon that universally accepted model. Till now, as a chemistry students, we are believing atomic structure is like this because he given the structure of atom. Come to know now. Now where is the electron? Electrons are revolving around the nucleus, but it is present in the discrete orbit. Come to know. But what Rutherford said, that is completely wrong, because here we come to know that it is in stationary orbit, or else that is in the different energy levels. We have given the name K, L, M, N like that for the orbits. Okay, yes, so that we completed about this model. We have studied 4 models. Now we'll see next part. Okay, so in 3 models of an already it is 4 model. In that 4 models of an atom, we come to know that subatomic particles are there, that is a proton, neutrons and electron. Now tell me student, who discovered electron? Yes, in first class only we come to know that J.J. Thomson. Yes, after that who discovered, now who gave the concept of a nucleus? Yes, that also we studied in our previous class. Yes, who gave? Rutherford. Next, tell me now, who gave the concept of neutrons, or else who discovered that neutrons? Do you know any idea? Now tell me, what is the symbol for neutron? That is small letter N. So write down the heading, neutron, neutrons. What is the symbol? Small letter N. Yes, now tell me, what is the charge for this neutron? Yes, write down fast, what is the charge for this neutron? Yes, now tell me, who discovered this neutron? Do you know? Yes, already we have discussed in our 8th standard, that is J. Chadwick. The scientist name J. Chadwick, he discovered the neutron. So just look at his photo. See, this is a very good, famous scientist, like born upon that Rutherford, J.J. Thomson, all they are very very famous scientists. Same as that, the Chadwick also a very famous scientist. He discovered the term neutron in 1932. In 1932. Okay, in 1932 he discovered the term that is a neutron. Okay, now tell me, what is the charge? No charge. And whether it has a mass? Yes, in first class we have discussed what is the mass of these neutrons. Yes, the mass is nearly equal to that of proton. Yes, now tell me student, where it is present? Neutron is present? Yes, inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, neutrons are present in the nucleus of all atom, but exception is there, that is a hydrogen. In hydrogen, there is no neutrons. Now one more question students, what is this nucleons? Means the subatomic particle present inside the nucleus is called as nucleons. Write down and keep, what is nucleons? Okay? Yes. Now we'll see the distribution of electrons in orbits. Okay? After studying the Bohr model, you have to give the structure to this atom. See, the distribution of electrons in different orbit is first term. Who designed this structure, you know, that is Bohr and Bury. They are two famous scientists. Already we come to know about the Bohr, and one more is Bury. Okay, Bohr and Bury, these are the they are the very famous scientists. They got the Nobel Prize. Except upon that, Bohr model as a Bohr got the Nobel Prize because of his atomic structure. Okay. Now we'll see what are the conditions to write or else to give the structure to this atom. See, there are some rules for this one. Okay, before writing or else before designing the schematic representation of the structure of an atom, we have to know the basic rules. First rule, there will be a number of rules. We will discuss one by one. First rule, the maximum number of electrons present in a shell here, not shell is given by the formula, that is 2n square. Keep it in your mind. This is very important formula to write the representation of electrons in atom. Okay, where n is a orbit number. Already we come to know that n is a orbit number or energy level index. It may be 1, 2, 3, etc. like that. Okay, hence the maximum number of electrons in a different shells are as follows. We'll see how it is. In first orbit, that is which orbit it is? In k orbit. K orbit, the number, already we know the equation 2n square. Now tell me what is here n? N is equal to number of shell. See here in k shell, how many, what is n number? In k we know that n is equal to 1. Now apply to that one. 2 into 1 square is equal to how much? 2. Okay, if any atom having only one shell, that is k shell, if it is atomic number is 2, then it is filled or else occupying in k shell. Come to know, only the exception is hydrogen, because the atomic number is 1, because only k shell is occupied. There are no neutrons we studied. Okay, now tell me what is in case of hydrogen. In case of hydrogen, we can apply to this one. What is the n number here? N is equal to 1. N is equal to 1. But what happened in case of this one? Only one electron is there. So only how much? K is equal to 1 electrons. Come to know, we'll study the representation formula. Next, if it is K is equal to, N is equal to 2 means how? If it is L shell, how much N is equal to 2? So 2 into 2 square, how much it is? 8. If it is M shell, 2 into 3 square, how much find out? If it is N shell, 2 into 4 square, how much it is? 2 into 3 square, how much? 18 it is. 2 into 4 square, 32. Already we know that the multiplication how it is. See how nicely we can find out the number of electrons. Here how much? 18, 32. Okay? Yes, we'll see next rule. This is the first rule. 2n square, we have to apply the number to 2n square formula. Okay, next postulate or as next rule, the maximum number of electron that can be accommodated in the outermost orbit is 8. Always in outermost orbital, any orbit it is, outermost orbit should be accommodated in the outermost electron orbit. In the electrons in orbit is 8, not more than that. It can be less than that, but it not exceed. Come to know? Yes, next third rule, electrons are not accommodated in a given shell unless the inner shell are filled. Okay, if the inner shell having the vacancy to fill the electron, unless filling the inner orbits, it can't go to the outer. So electrons are not accommodated in a given shell unless the inner shells are filled. That is, the shells are filled in a step manner. So I will show you how we can write. We will see schematic representation of a structure of atoms. See here I have written schematic atomic structure of first 18 element. Not only 18, we can write all full elements present in the all elements present in the periodic table. So we will try only 18 elements till argon. First element, which is that hydrogen. See, to write the structure of the atom, we have to know the atomic number. Okay, atomic number already we have studied in our 8th standard. See, without knowing the atomic number, we can't predict, or else we can't write the structure of atom. Okay, first we will write the atomic number over here. See, hydrogen atomic number how much? Atomic number is equal to 1. Okay, now we will write the structure for this one. How it is? It should be in circular. Okay, round we have to put. Center there is a nucleus. Upon that, this is a electron orbit. Okay, how many? Atomic number is 1. So that is a proton number is equal to 1. So it indicates electron is also 1. So where it will the electron? In first it is a K shell. Come to know next one, which one? Helium. What is atomic number in helium? Atomic number is equal to 2. Now tell me the structure of atom. Yes, center, nucleus. How many? 2 electrons are there in the K shell. Next one is lithium. Atomic number 3. How it will be? In first shell 2. One more is extra. So we have to write that is in the next shell, because in K shell the maximum capacity is 2. So we can't write 8 over there. Okay, only 2 in the K shell. K shell. This is a next K. After that K L shell. This is a L shell. Come to know next one, which is that? Yes, beryllium. Be. What is atomic number? 4. Write down the structure how it is. In first shell 2. Rest 2 in next shell. See, like this it is. Very simple it is. So after beryllium, which member? That is boron. How many? 5. Write down the structure how it is. Next carbon 6. How many? Yes, we'll predict this one. Carbon. Center nucleus. In first shell how much? 2. Next shell. Out of 6, 2 is finished. Next 4 is remain. How much we have to write here? 4. Okay. So predict for boron. Next after carbon, which one? Nitrogen 7. Atomic number is 7. Oxygen atomic number is 8. Next one, which is fluorine. Atomic number is 9. We'll write fluorine's atomic structure. So you have to practice all this till 18. You have to practice. Okay. We'll study this one. We'll draw. Yes, how many in first? K shell 2. Next how many is remaining? Out of 9, 2 is finished. 7 is remain. So we have to put 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Always you have to maintain equal distance. Okay. All 3 electrons are together. 2 electrons together, like that not. You have to maintain the equal distance while drawing the electrons. Okay. Now fluorine. Sorry, this is not Fe. F for fluorine. Okay. Fluorine. Next which one? Yes. Neon. Write down this neon. 10. Upon that any? Sodium. How much? 11. We know that sodium. We'll write the structure of sodium. Okay. In first cell how much? 2 shell. 2 electrons in first. How much? Out of 11, 2 is finished. Now 9 is remain. So in next level how much we can draw? Maximum capacity is, we know the rule, 8 electrons. So 2 is finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now still one more is remaining. 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. One more is remaining. We have to fill that in the next level. Which is this level? K L and M. This is given by bone model. We come to know that in bone model each level K shell, L shell and M shell. Come to know like that. Okay. Next, which one after sodium? Which one? Magnesium 12 it is. Aluminium 13. Silicon 14. Phosphorus 15. Sulfur 16, chlorine 17, upon that argon 18, till argon you have to write, okay. So this much I have drawn here, so you have to draw till 18 elements, okay. First 18 element is very important. In exam they will ask, write the schematic representation of argon's atomic structure or else chlorine's atomic structure, anything they can ask, so you have to keep it in your mind, the rules. In K shell only 2 electrons, upon that only hydrogen is the exception. Next in next shell, that is a L shell, maximum is 8, after 8 you have to fill in the next, like that, okay. In all 8 is a maximum, not more than that. Come to know, no? Yes, this is all about the schematic representation. Very important it is. You have to study well, you have to practice 10 times, then only you will get. Okay. Yes, so we'll glance what we have studied in, just will recall what we have studied in today's class. Okay. In last class we come to know that Rutherford given a very good model, but some failure are there, some drawbacks are there. Because of that drawback it is rejected. And one more scientist, Bohr, he gave one more model to an atom, and he is giving that the well explained structure. Say how it is very simple structure he is giving, but there is no any corrections. See, fully it is correct formula what he is giving. His postulates are saying us the electrons revolves around the nucleus in special orbit known as discrete orbit or else energy level. Next, one more he is postulate, these discrete orbits don't release energy, that is a stationary orbits. Upon that he is giving the orbit names as K, L, M like that, or else 1, 2, 3. Order of energy is how? K having lower energy compared to L having lower energy compared to M goes on. Upon that we have given, I have given the equation for the radius of one orbit. Upon that the energy of electrons in the Bohr orbit. After that we discussed about the neutron, who discovered that one? Yes. Next we studied how we are going to write the structure of an atom, that is the distribution of electrons in different orbits, given by whom? Bohr and Bury. Yes, after studying that we come to know that how we can predict or else how we can give the structure to the atom. Okay, we have discussed. So I gave one more activity to you. Till 18 you have to compulsorily write and study till 18 the representing formula of electrons, okay, the arrangement of electrons in different orbits. Okay, to write down today's questions. What are the postulates of Bohr's atomic model of an atom? Yes. Next, define the term neutron. Next question, neutron is discovered by whom and in which year? Okay. Next, write down one more question. Write the charge of neutron, proton and electron. Okay. Next, last question. Give a schematic representation formula of sodium. You have to know the atomic number. Sodium, aluminium, chlorine, argon, upon that hydrogen. Okay. Thank you, students.